Welcome to Wanna Bet, the daily gambling game show that takes betting seriously, but not much else. Get our favorite plays on the totals, sides, props, exotics, and futures to jump on now.
So let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Så till kusten känner konsolbättar konsolferino. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben.
Welcome to Wanna Bet. Kelly the kangaroo was skanking to the beat next to me here, Beltway Ben. She's into it. I think she's got a little Jamaican in her. You know what we've got to do? I should take a picture of her, right, and send it to our buddy Lee Carney in Australia, and he can tell us whether she's one of the, was it the, I'm going to say Earl Grey. I know
something
Earl
gray
is a
and then
tea.
something red.
Was it like Eastern Grey?
Eastern
right?
gray
And then it was
something
like
red.
it was
Red.
like the angry red, right? There was the other kangaroo
yeah.
that'd kick you so hard it'd kill your whole family. I don't know what she is, what kind of kangaroo she is, but I know you ain't gonna see her on this show. Welcome to Wanna Bet. Welcome to our new countdown there. It's almost like the same font as the old 930 Club in DC. Are you intimidated at all by our new shot clock, Beltway Ben? Do you think it will in any way impede and or improve your performance?
Not even a little bit. Doesn't move me at all. Just keeps us
Doesn't
on
do
time.
nothing.
Doesn't do nothing.
It's like a kangaroo stepping
Yes.
to you. It's a complete
Yes.
nothing burger.
Yes. Doesn't push me anyway. It just makes sure the show goes a little faster. So
We'll see. We'll see. And you're able to start it and restop it. If somebody doesn't go the full 90, you could, bam, cut it and reboot it for the next guy. Now let me see you cut it.
You done? All right. Oh, let me
Yeah,
reset
yeah.
it. Oh, shit.
Let me see you do some
shit.
Jam Master
Now
Jay.
Start it again. Oh, it started again. There we go. It's that simple.
Dude, it's so fast I didn't even see it. Now I also can't see.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. You're like chopping it up. You're like, that's a remix version.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beltway Ben on the Wheels of Steel. DJ Scott LaRock. So look, last night we had a lot of fun. Beltway Ben, that New Hampshire game might have been the sweatiest sweat of all time. Binghamton's down to like 7 players. Binghamton is on fumes. New Hampshire has a chance to win it in regulation. First of all, they're down like 14. They come back. They're at home. There's like 12 people there. Midway through the second overtime, or maybe it was a little sooner, the ESPN feed cuts out. Dude, the screen goes to blue, and it stays blue for like, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 possessions. And then the screen comes up, technical difficulties. And this thing went 3 overtimes. We never got back to the game. So now I'm like, superstitious, weird me. I'm like, well, this was going pretty good for me watching the game there. What do I do now? So I start peeking. Do you ever do this? I've got 3 different things open on my phone. I've got the NCAA official site. I've got the CBS site, which, well, I should probably, they're a fascist regime now, so I should probably stop doing that. And I've got the ESPN site up. And like, depending how if I'm looking and the score's going good with one, I stay with it. And if it's not, I might peek to another, but then I worry if that's going to mook it up. Anyway, they win in triple overtime to cash the 3-team college basketball parlay. The Hornets won outright and blew them out. The Jazz didn't score the last, 3 minutes and 30 seconds of that game to blow our cover there, although it looked pretty good most of the night. Portland State took care of business. UNC Wilmington did not. But we hit on North Dakota State over Denver. So look, we had a great night in basketball. We'll see how our football plays from last night pan out. But yeah, I mean, we're in a good place right now with the hoops. We did tell you on now the name is the Denver game.
The Jamal Murray and the Wizards.
Jamal Murray, who managed not to score in the first quarter against the Wizards despite playing like 9 minutes, while his team proceeded to score 27. So he fell just short.
Yeah, he finished
24.
24 points. Don't even get me started. Yeah, and Jalen Pickett was shooting the free throws, the final 2 free throws of the game. Not the point. Well, I mean, Jalen Pickett's technically a point guard, but not Jamal Murray, who's the best free throw shooter they have. I again, you kind of felt it after the first quarter, and then it was like the lift your hope up, make you think you had life, and then he scores a bucket early in the fourth quarter and only needs 3 more points and proceeds to score just 2. Unfortunate there. Youngstown State did handle Green Bay like we expected, and KD finally broke that 20-point streak. Jamal Murray did help me cash my 20-plus point plus money parlay. We finished 2-2, but because everything we gave out was plus money, including our losses, we finished up just a little bit. So we finished up about 8 cents. Nothing special. It was a kind of treading water night, but it was a little bit over that.
Yeah. Wild night. That New Hampshire situation was quite something. America Beast, Beltway Ben. America Beast. How about our UMBC Retrievers?
Backyard
that was
school.
A no sweat.
No, not even a little.
They got a shot to win that tournament. I really think they will.
Do not think there's any shot they win that tournament, but
okay.
Vermont is
Maybe
the big
we'll
dog. Has been the big dog to
like
them.
The summer of
regularly.
the Brew Crew.
Yeah, I was spot on with them. They scored 3 runs
at the end.
What?
At the end, after 18 straight Quinny P money line hits or whatever it was.
They played 2 playoff series, almost lost 1, and got smoked in the other. I was spot on with them.
I didn't go crazy with them in the postseason.
I just told you what they were. They were going to show their fraudulent selves in the playoffs, and they did exactly that.
They lost to the Dodgers,
And you told no, we're not doing that now because you told me they were. You told me they were going to.
They didn't lose to the Cubs.
You told me they were going to beat the Cubs. No, they played a 5-game series with that fraudulent baseball team. Yeah, 2 frauds there.
They lost to the Dodgers
and got smoked and scored 4 runs. That's embarrassing. Blue Jays gave them a good fight at least. Blue Jays didn't have any issues. I don't want to hear that.
Good for
Brewers
the Blue Jays.
Were frauds. I was right all along.
Good for the Blue Jays.
It's hard being right.
Jet Williams. I'm interested to see how the Brew Crew use him.
I don't know. Listen. See, that's another thing I don't like.
And you keep him healthy.
The other day, you were like something about me not liking something they add. The Brewers' fraud view was last year. Every year is different. I don't judge previous years. I don't dislike the Brewers. Last year, I thought they were frauds. I hit a nail right on the head. Was spot on with it. And this year, we'll move on. Could I view them differently this year?
They're going to miss Freddie P. They're going to miss Freddie P.
That's the issue with baseball.
There's no 2 ways about that.
That's an issue with baseball. Freddie P's gone after.
But can Woodruff stay healthy maybe? And I don't know. Well,
no,
whatever.
No.
We'll talk about the Brewers down the road. Yeah. Beltway Ben, are you ready?
Sorry. Real quick.
Yeah.
I know we're going to talk about the Brewers down the road. You know how we were talking about NFL parlays being gone? We're going to have to find stuff to do for overtime. I think one of our segments can be a Brew Crew overtime segment. Break down the team, their win total to win the division. That'll be fun when the NFL's gone.
We can do that. I feel like at this point we should probably wait till the other side of football.
That's what I'm saying. When it's gone.
Yeah, after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We can pick a team. Look, we can bring guests on again. We can bring people on who are experts on teams. Like, we can. There's so much. Dude, I got to be honest with you. Like, it's fun betting football, but there's, like, part of me that's like. Because in football, you handicap, like, if you do what we do, you handicap every game. You spend hours on every game. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I spend hours on every NBA game. I got a process that leads me to certain games, and then I do all the work on them, and I either get there or I don't. But, like, it's a lot of nights till 2 a.m. with the NFL season, so whatever. So maybe this show changes a little bit. Who knows? Let us know. Want to bet with us at gmail.com. So there's the rundown. It's pretty simple. 4th down gets weird. Overtime's a football or football parlay every day, or maybe basketball. So do I follow you? 1st down, no. Ben, start the clock.
No, you got
now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, I know. I was going to start it when you start talking. I'll wait till you start talking.
Okay. I didn't know if you needed me to cue you.
No, I don't need a cue. You start talking.
All right. 1st down, RJ Harvey. Not to be confused with PJ Harvey. Will we be rid of RJ Harvey? Betting RJ Harvey? Who's to say? I can tell you this. I feel like the Broncos are a lot more live for me than when I first started thinking about that game 5 days ago or whatever it was. So look, RJ Harvey, 40-plus receiving yards, plus 4 25. This is down from plus 450 the day before. I suspect it keeps going down. This to me is more of a cap of Stidham than anything else. I told you guys. Went back, rewatched all the throws he made in his 4 starts. Went back, crunched the numbers. Like, he's throwing to the running backs a lot. He faced a Chiefs defense and a San Francisco defense back when he was with the Raiders. And yeah, maybe he had nothing to play for. And he funneled the ball to running backs in those instances. And he threw the running backs a lot as well in his limited play with the Broncos. But, like, we're looking at a game with him against the Chargers where he went 8 of 8 to the running backs for 51 yards. We're looking at a game with the Raiders where 7 of 9 for 43 to Josh Jacobs. They're not going to push it downfield to Sutton. They're going to take the layups. This guy understands his limitations, and Harvey's the best pass-catching back that they have. He's got 33 yards or more in 3 of his last 4 games. Look, New England's pretty good defending this stuff, but this is kind of a hunch play for that kind of value. If you want to play him at 30, I get it. It's less risky. He's live for me here. I think he takes one at least 15 yards or more.
There you go. That's the first clock play, right? That's the first one. First one on the show. All right, here we go. Here's my first. We're going to play Devin Booker over 30.5 points and assists, minus 110. Devin Booker gets a matchup with the Atlanta Hawks tonight, who we talk about on this show. I've talked about, at least on this show, attacking them with points, rebounds, assists, combo plays. Now here, you got Devin Booker, who's cleared this the last time they faced off. That was in November, long time ago. I get all of that. And now one thing here that is keeping Devin Booker's number a little bit down is Jalen Green's availability. Jalen Green all of a sudden is back. Last game was his first game back in 15-plus games. Played 20 minutes, has the ball in his hands a little bit more. Devin Booker doesn't need to run the point or take the ball away from Gillespie. You got a lot of different options now, and that keeps the ball out of Booker's hands just a little bit. But he's still the superstar. He is still the go-to guy when they need him to be. And this is a number he can get over with just his points. It's been down assists for him a little bit lately. He's got like 3 or 4 assists in 5 straight games, so he hasn't been able to get there. But I am old enough to remember earlier in the year when he was getting close to 10, and I was trying to put in a triple-double play on him. And we were playing double-double plays. Like, if he gets 7 assists here tonight like he's done time and time again this season, I don't think he'll have any issue scoring the points, 24, 25, whatever we need there. This is a bad Hawks defense. They're bottom 5 in scoring defense. They're allowing tons of assists, and they're playing fast enough for us to get guys like Devin Booker to build these up throughout the game. It's also a tight spread, should be a close finish. So I would expect Booker to play regular minutes and clear this number.
Oh, wait, Ben, look at that. Bam! It's a pro's pro right there. 1 second to spare. That's how it's done, man. That's how it's done in the big leagues. Second down. I've got a couple Bundesliga plays. Like I said, I'm out of the Premiership until I have a good weekend on my own. And then if that happens, maybe we'll be back. But we do like that Bundesliga. I don't know, Beltway Ben. Let's start with the Bayern -2. It's an auto play for us against anybody in the Bundesliga right now, except for maybe Dortmund or Hoffenheim. And guess what? They're hosting Augsburg at the Alliance Arena. You don't want to put me on the clock?
Sorry.
What happened? It's glitching already?
No. This is not on them. This is, sorry. Let me not ruin your time. This is not on them. It's on me. You got the update, the rundown. It's just, I got it. I got to lock in. That's on me.
No, you're going to be a work in progress.
No, I got it.
I'm not trying to call you out. I just didn't know if it was glitching already.
I don't know. No, it's not on them. Not on them. On me.
Okay.
On my end.
Beltway Ben on the wheels of steel. Nobody else I'd want there. Bayern, we're laying the 2. We lay the 2 all the time, especially when they're at home. Look, they're hosting Augsburg. This match kicks off at 9:30 tomorrow morning. Ben and I aim to be live around 9:30 tomorrow morning, but not in time for this one. Augsburg, they've scored 8 goals in 8 games on the road. They've conceded 17, and they ain't gone to the Alliance Arena yet. This is a whole different animal. It's like trying to fight a kangaroo. Augsburg is I didn't even get a rise out of Ben there. Augsburg is the 3rd worst team on the road in Die Bundesliga. They're 1-5-2 on the road in the first half of matches, so they don't start well on the road. If you don't start well against Bayern, you're in trouble. Look, Bayern are going to set records for most goals scored in the Bundesliga. They're going to set records for most goals scored at home in the Bundesliga. They should have had 4 against USG in Champions League midweek. You know where we stand on Die Mannschaft of Munich. when it comes to this stuff. And then look, this afternoon on the old ESPN Plus, Hamburg at St. Pauli. We like Hamburg, even though they're on the road, to pull the double here, to win or draw, and both teams to score. Hamburg is terrible on the road. St. Pauli are terrible at home. So why am I doing this? Well, because it's plus 170, and I do think Hamburg can win this match. Something like 1-0. I'm very tempted to play this match. Hamburg to win to 0. But look, there will be goals. Hamburg's allowed 18 goals on the road this season in 8 matches. St. Pauli, they are 8 goals scored and 15 conceded at home. They have 1 win in their last 6 overall. St. Pauli have not kept a clean sheet at home this season. We think Hamburg is the more talented side, and they're slightly in better form. So that's our Bundesliga plays. Well, it's not all of our Bundesliga plays. We got another one in overtime.
All right. Let me stop this and restart it. There we go.
It's all good, bro.
No, we're it takes a couple clicks. It takes a couple clicks.
We're handling this in real time.
Absolutely.
It's the first time we're doing this.
We're gonna play. Oh no, we lost you. Oh no. Let me.
You lost some seconds.
There we go. You back? All right. You there? All right, we got you. Sorry, you cut out. That time. All right. Here we go.
I don't like
Evan Ingram over 19.5 receiving yards at minus 114. And we're also going to play Evan Ingram over 2.5 receptions at plus 102. When you look at the number, the receptions has been a thing that he's been able to get over with not regularity, but he's been over it a bunch this season. Was in a 5-game stretch where he was able to grab 4 more receptions earlier in the year. Things died down a little bit. Grabbed 4 against the Chiefs, 6 against the Commanders. Those are 2 teams that we've seen struggle against the Patriots. Of the teams remaining in the playoffs, I know we attack the Seahawks a lot. I know the Rams are falling off, but the Patriots are not a very good team against tight ends either. They've struggled this season. That's been one of their issues. You have a Christian Gonzalez who's been able to shut down some receivers. He ain't going to be covering Evan Ingram in this game. He's going to be outside with Sutton trying to take him away. Evan Ingram should get some easy look. I talked about it before with Stidham. You want to keep it simple for him. Let him have some easy throws. And of the tight end group, who you want to get the ball with some space in front of them on a tight end screen, however they want to do it. I know they get all their guys involved, but Evan Ingram was on the field on passing downs more than any other tight end. Sean Payton has been trying to will this into working. It just, him and Bo Nix haven't been on point. It's just kind of where we are. Hard to see. I expected a lot more, but he hasn't been able to get it done this year. In year 1, I know he's got another year. I would expect him to get this going in this matchup with a new quarterback, new scenery. Give me Evan Ingram 2.5 receptions over, and also over 19.5 yards.
You're kicking my ass with the clock. I got to say, you're like, again, bam, like 1 second into 0. That's perfection. We're kind of sort of aligned. Our wanna bet's almost aligned.
Almost there.
Heft time. Shout out to Sean K. 3rd down, couple plays in the association. Let's start with the Celtics, who we've been chatting about on the show a decent amount lately, and I see some future potential in them. I see potential in them beating the Nets tonight in Brooklyn by more than 8 points. Minus 110 at the FanDuel is where we got it. Boston's covered 4 straight. Boston's covered 6 of their last 7 on the road. Boston this season is 10-6 against the spread when they're favored by 8.5 points or more. I mean, we're at 8 right here. Boston is 5-1 against the spread this season in 6 games in which they've been favored by 8 points or more on the road. They've been covering on the road all season. They tend to cover more on the road than at home under Mazzulla. It's a trend that I've been on in the past. How about our Brooklyn Nets? Well, they're 8-16 straight up at home. 13 of those of their last 14 home losses, Beltway Ben, are by 9 points or more. They're 11-11 against the spread at home. So no real trend there are the Nets, but we like the way the Celtics are playing. And we like the Phoenix Suns, and we like the Phoenix Suns on the road, and we like them to win tonight in Atlanta. We'll play them on the money line again. Atlanta's lost 4 of their last 5. Atlanta's won 6 times in their last 19 games. Atlanta's won 2 of their last 9 at home. Phoenix is 8-3 overall, its last 11. 7-4 in their last 11 on the road. The Suns, 8-0 straight up this season as a road favorite. 17-2 overall, straight up. As a favorite, they should do the job tonight against the Wounded Heat.
Also, just so you know, I reset the clock after every one. Like if you
You don't
have
have to
two,
do that.
no, it makes more sense. You got two
But I
plays.
think
Yeah, but you want to
if
give
it's
a
3 or more, I think the person should ask. Like, I think it should be incumbent on me. Like, I'd be like, Ben, I think I might need 2 minutes for this one. Otherwise, I say we survive and adapt, man.
yeah, but if I have a play on the Suns and I have a play on somebody else, like
Well,
I need
then
to
you
script-
say, hey, I'm taking 2 minutes for this one, and then you can just do that, right?
well, no, no.
It doesn't work that way. You can't change it from 1:30 to 2.
It can, but I was trying that the other day. I don't think that's how we should go about it. I think if you
Okay.
have two plays,
Or maybe like once a show, we hold up the yellow card and you pause we have you. What about that? That even makes it more on the person. I keep going. You pause it. I tell you when I don't need to pause it anymore, and then I still got to bring it home under 90 seconds. But it's not really 90 seconds. We can workshop it.
Yeah. There's a lot here. You just talked about this game here.
When your dad comes on the show July the 4th, he can settle the debate for us.
Yeah. That's when we'll figure it out by then. Here we're going to play a prop. Peyton Pritchard over 17.5 points at -125. By far my favorite play of the night here. Derek White is getting some rest in, so he's going to be out for this matchup, and that means a lot here because last time we saw Derek White miss a game, he sat out one game all year. Peyton Pritchard ended up scoring 42 points against the Cleveland Cavaliers. They ended up losing that game, but it was a high-scoring game. Peyton Pritchard was getting a ton of shots in. Jason just touched on the Nets a little bit there. The Nets defense is slowly slipping off, and they're starting to struggle, and you're starting to see them in the bottom 5 and bottom 6 of teams allowing points. I think that's going to continue here against the Celtics. Jaylen Brown's been a 30-point, he's gone there with regularity this season. He's been able to get there a bunch. Could he get there again tonight? Absolutely. But someone else is going to have to score. And when you look at the lineup, like Simons comes off the bench, weird situation. Mazzulla has no issue at all playing Peyton Pritchard, 35 to 40 minutes in this game. He just did it the other night. He played 12 minutes in the first quarter. I would expect to see a lot of Peyton Pritchard as long as he stays out of foul trouble. That was one thing that screws us the last time we played a prop for his. But here against the Nets, like it's a road game. They're going to need him out there. 8.5 point spread. Could they keep it close and get him some fourth quarter minutes? I think he quite honestly could go over this in the first 3 quarters. 17.5 is not too big for him. So Pritchard over 17.5 points at -125.
Excellent. 4th down. Let's get weird. Let's get freaky deaky, Beltway Ben. Nice. We're going back to the well on the mighty Bayern Munich to score a goal from a penalty kick in that match tomorrow morning at 9:30 Eastern against Augsburg. We were on this in the Champions League. It hit. Really, Kane, who never misses, had 2 opportunities. He did hit the post in the second one, converted the first one. Look, Bayern Munich have converted 3 penalties in 9 home games. In 3 of their 9 home matches, Kane has scored from the spot. Augsburg on the road, they've conceded 3 penalties in 8 road games. Bayern's going to dominate possession. I do tend to think, maybe I'm crazy, these things are a little bit contagious. They tend to get calls at home. That's how humans work. VAR might F me. VAR always Fs me. I thought it F'd me on another blatant handball in Champions League the other day. But for as much as they're going to have the game on the ball on their feet, for as much as people like Elise and Kane and maybe my guy Nicholas Jackson off the bench and the young Leonard Cole are going to be running at defenders, there's just ample opportunity for something to go awry. And few people on the planet convert like Harry Kane. So instead of playing Harry Kane to score twice for around this, or Harry Kane to score once at probably -300 by kickoff, we like the +250 on Bayern to score a penalty.
Yeah, 4th and short is where I'm going here. Let me get Sabonis there. We're going to play Sabonis. We're going to play his 2.5 first quarter points. Here we go. We're going to play Domantas Sabonis over 2.5 first quarter points +125. Not something that he's been doing with regularity since returning from the injury. Of course, he's not out on the court that much in the first quarter. He's starting on the bench, comes in a little bit late and plays a few minutes, but scoring has not been something that we've seen a lot from him since returning. Now, of course, A lot of people will see this number and you think the star that Sabonis is. He was out for so long. They're, easing him back in. They took that thing that we've seen some other teams do with benching a starter, letting this guy work his way in with the reserves, and then play a little bit more down the stretch. Here he's matching up with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Cavs have not been good defensively all year long. And I talk about the Twin Towers that they have, shot blockers and Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley. Bigs have still been able to have their way. We just saw Joel Embiid have 30-plus points the other night. Now, Joel Embiid and Sabonis, two completely different players. But the point here is bigs can get it going against these guys. All we need for Sabonis, quite honest with you, is 2 boards on the offensive end, a tip in, however it needs to be, get to the free throw line once. Like, he's going to play 5 or 6 minutes here in the first quarter. This is a guy that demands the ball. It will be in his hands, sometimes a little bit more passive. Kicking it out, he's really good assisting big man, more of a point forward. But with that being said, I just think at plus 125, when I was looking through a lot of the short plays that I like here, plus 125 is too good for me to pass. Sabonis over 2.5 first quarter points, plus 125.
Excellent. Overtime. By the way, Beltway Ben, like I just couldn't get there. Like even outside the show, I don't have anything cooking in college basketball. I almost went the Gardner Webb route and faded them, but then like I really broke down the team they were playing against, and I'm like, yeah, there was nothing that I even, you know what I mean, like really got all that close to playing.
Right there with you.
But tomorrow, my God, there's like 160 something games. Like tomorrow, like I got like 7 college basketball plays tomorrow. I like it. All right, overtime. Back to die Bundesliga. We like Hoffenheim. We like the way they play. We think they're the second best team in die Bundesliga. And we like betting overs in Frankfurt matches because the Frankfurters concede 3 every time out and score 2 or 3. It's fun football to watch, especially if you don't root for the Frankfurters. So Hoffenheim going to Frankfurt. We like Hoffenheim to do the job here and get a result, a win or a draw. And we like at least 3 goals to be scored in this match. Plus 120 at the Bet 365. The Frankfurters have only kept 3 clean sheets in 8 home matches. They only have 1 win in their last 6 matches overall. The Champions League is not going well for them. 3.4 average goals per match in Frankfurt when the Frankfurters play in die Bundesliga. Hoffenheim, good road team. 4-3-1 on the road, 14 scored, just 9 allowed. They don't keep a lot of clean sheets, though, on the road, just 2 in 8 road games. Half of their road games have gone over the 2.5. But again, Frankfurt's allowed 3 goals or more in 3 straight Bundesliga games, really, since they came back from the winter break. We've been on some of their overs. Hoffenheim, 8-2-1 in their last 11 Bundesliga matches overall. They've scored 3 goals or more, Beltway Ben, in 7 of their last 11 Bundesliga matches, which goes way back even before the 3-week Christmas break. So that form has held. We think they can win this match outright. We think there'll be goals. Have we played this over 3.5 total goals? Yes, we have. Got in right there. Got in right under the buzzer.
That was a sneak. Yeah, I thought you were going to keep going.
Trying to be like you.
Yeah, that was.
You showed me the way.
Yeah, for sure. Overtime here, we have 2 different plays. I'll do it. I'll try to get them both in a minute 30, but
you got it. You got it. You got this.
Rams Seahawks over 46.5 points minus 115. We talk about it all the time with Chris Shula's defenses and how they've gone. Jason and I don't always agree. One area we do is Shula and how I don't want Rams defensive coordinators. It hasn't worked, and this dude has fallen apart down the stretch. His defense has been bad in the playoffs. They haven't been good really in a lot of big moments, and the offense has carried them. I think Seattle's going to be able to have their way. Now, I love Mike McDonald. You all know that. I was one of the people who was screaming Mike McDonald to take over for Harbs after the AFC Championship, whatever. Hard for that to happen. It doesn't. I think Harbs is a fraud. That's a different story. Mike McDonald's defenses, though, they can stop almost anybody. Here, though, against the Rams, we've seen McVay get to him, and we saw it just the last time they played, and we saw it even when he spent time in Baltimore in a rainy, really, really weird matchup. He was able to have some success. I think we can see that both ways. Both teams, I think, will have some success throwing the football in this spot. So give me the over 46.5, just like the last time they played. Real quickly, I know we got 25 seconds. Kevin Durant, Cade Cunningham, Peyton Pritchard, Devin Booker, 20-plus points, plus 404. It's a 1-unit play. Listen, KD, I talked about him. We gave him out the other day. Cade Cunningham was at shoot-around this morning, should be back from injury. I would expect him to go over this. He's under in 2 straight. Pritchard, we're taking his number up a little bit. I love him for 20. And then Booker, you know how I feel about Booker, 20-plus, plus 404.
You can go a little longer if you want. I mean, that was excellent.
Feel
Good?
Yeah, feel pretty good.
So a couple things. And I held my like I waited, which I'm not usually good at. I waited till you use your time, rather than kill some of your time by jumping in.
Right.
I'm sure you could see I want to jump in. On
Yeah,
that
I could.
thing. But first, would this technically be? I forget which way we said to call it yesterday. Is it a 20-piece 4 ways? Is it what is what would this?
No, I think it was 3-way 20-piece.
It was the 3-way souffle. It was the 20-piece 3-way souffle. What?
It was the 3-way 20-piece yesterday. So this would be the 4-way 20-piece.
4-way 20-piece.
Yeah.
Spicy.
I'm gonna start playing these. I had fun watching that last night, except for Jamal Murray in the first quarter when I'm like, why did I throw him in?
It killed us. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, 0? But here's the great thing. He didn't even shoot the ball.
No.
Like, I'd have more respect for him. He went 0 for 6 or something. It's like, bro, it's the Wizards.
Yep. Literally.
Go get yours. Don't be passive. And then Shula, if you gave my man Sean McVay truth serum right now, and we're like, Coach, you could have Chris Shula or your guy Raheem Morris back with you on the sidelines for this one, running your defense. Who do you think he'd rather have?
A lot of confidence in Morris.
I think he'd rather have Ra.
You think Shula gets a head coaching job?
I'm not sure. If he does, I think Ra's going back. I think Ra's going back to Malibu. That's our show. Look, do you guys like the shot clock? I'll put a poll up, too, on the Twitter. Like, is 90 seconds too short? Should we go 2 minutes? We're always looking for feedback. Jump into the comments. wannabetwithus@gmail.com. If you watch the show on YouTube, hey, maybe you want to listen. Maybe you missed something. Maybe you want to listen at work. You can subscribe iTunes or what? I guess technically Apple Pods and the Spotify's. We appreciate all the feedback. By the way, Ben, please let the people know how we did last night again. Plugging along. Trying to get back where we belong, Beltway Ben. I'm not going to say it out loud. You know what I'm thinking. I'm not going to say it. I don't want to jinx it. But you know what I'm thinking.
I know exactly what you're thinking. I've been thinking this for a while.
Yeah.
I have been thinking this for a while.
Tomorrow, again, a little earlier, around 9:30. Got to get Rocco back to college before the Armageddon, Snowmageddon, storm of, Blizzard 26 arrives. So we'll do the show then. And then always 11 on Sunday. Well, 11 on Sunday during football season. And then we think, actually, are you good doing Sunday night, doing a 2-piece Sunday?
Yeah.
Because my Monday's going to be a little screwy. So we will get you our Monday plays Sunday night after the
Rams
championship games are over. And that'd be a good time to talk a little Super Bowl anyway.
Right. All right.
And then, again, normally at 11. And that's it. Beltway Ben, at our other job, one of our other jobs, has kind of sort of waved the white flag about the kangaroo a little bit. I think you've at least tamped down your enthusiasm about fighting a kangaroo. It was fair to say you're a little less eager about having to go with a kangaroo now than you would have been a week ago.
Yeah, I'm usually hard-headed and will stand my ground, but this one, just a lot of people who are more experienced in the situation, I think it's smart enough.
Human beings and the computers I
forget the computers.
Unless you're bringing 7 or 8 of your mates, you don't want to go there.
Forget the computer.
And even then, a couple of you were going to die.
I'm not sure about Tyson. Prime Tyson, I still think might. You mess with the pigeons? You mess with the pigeon? I don't know. You mess with pigeons? I don't know.
I don't think a pigeon's going to be much help to Iron Mike when a kangaroo.
No, but you start messing with the pigeon. You don't mess with Mike's pigeons. They mess with Mike's pigeons. That's what sets him off. But no, I don't think I'm beating a kangaroo. I stand back. But I will go down to the grave saying it.
So there you go. Cooler heads prevailed on that one. Thanks to Lee Carney in Australia. Yes, I do feel like Lee really kind of helped cement this, maybe even more than AI.
Yeah.
Not AI. So again, you want to bet, we want to bet. Tomorrow's show is going to be, for me, heavy college basketball and some football, a little bit of NBA. I'm staying out of the Premiership. And thanks for tuning in. Good day, mate.